Okay, so pray to our Guru. Let me share my screen.
So before we start, the exercise that you'd given,
Mhm.
uh, and for the characteristics of an individual, do we have any further description of the characteristics that are like people are like more earthy, air, water, or movable, fixed?
I'll find it out. Of one place I found it was very useful somewhere in the Google or some book. I will see if I will get it. I'll share the link. But whatever I given is basically the idea of that is the keywords. You can explore more. Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Because that element is common across like whatever occult science or Vastu you will read, those elements um, are common characteristics of those elements. Okay, so so far what we have studied, we have learned is when you put in a software date of birth, birth time, birthplace, then you get this type of box. In that there are some numberings like this, and these numberings are called zodiac sign, right? Zodiac sign, and these box are called the house. We are clear on that, right? And the like sun, Mercury, like these are the planets we have. Then we learned like this is H1, house number 1, this is house number 2, this is house number 3, like this H1, H2. It is not written, but it is understood. For any individual chart, this is how it will go anti-clockwise. It will start from here. And this H1 is called the Lagna in Hindi and ascendant in English. Okay. So this is like that then. And then we learned about the grouping H1, H4, H7, and H10. These are like a Kendra house, or we say square. And then H5, H9, like H1 is common in that. It forms the triangle or tricone. Okay, and H6, H8, and H12. These are called the Dushtanta house, or you can say the bad house. This is the one of the grouping, and then we have like a grouping of H3.
What is the H1 again? I can't read your writing.
H1 is the Lagna ascendant. This is the rising
Lagna
sign.
ascendant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is all. There are several names like Lagna ascendant, rising sign. So H3 is courage, communication. Okay. So this is like over the time it gets mature, and in today's world, like a media, communication, all the medias like electronic, social media, or paper media, anything, that is the one. But it is not considered as very good house. The reason is it impacts the health. Like that, H11, it is again very good house. It represents all the gains and income or fulfillment of desire and all. Practically it is good house, but when it comes to health, it is not good. Okay, and then we have H2, that is the family, money, speech, food. It is again good house, but when it comes to the health or longevity, this is called the Marka or death conflicting house. So H2 and H7 are like a death related house. Okay, so it is good, bad, depends on the situation, but overall it is good. But these are like important one, these two grouping. Okay, and this one, this is bad. There is another grouping, they say that H3, H6, H10 and H11. These grouping are like we say in Hindi, we say upachaya. I don't know what is the English meaning, but the meaning is the more you get age, the more you grow in your life, the more you get mature, these houses result will start giving you. It will not give you result immediately, but the more you will grow age, then only it will give you good result. Like that, there is another grouping. Okay, so these are like not bad, but it takes time to grow. Okay, so this is what the grouping we learned. And then after that, we learned there are 12 zodiac signs, and zodiac signs are divided into fire, earth, air, and water. Okay, this is also divided, same thing we say direction wise, like this is east, air is west, this is north, and this is south. We also says that caste wise, like Cynthia, you may not get it, but they have the, as per their working, they, the way it is like define the work, like the duty kind of things. So they say that Kshatriya, the warrior kind of people who rules the world, who fight, and who is become king kind of. So we say that Kshatriya, and this is called,
Kshatriya?
yeah, it's called the Brahmin, who is the knowledge, who wisdom, and who suggest people the good things, who always share the good knowledge. They don't live for themselves. It is like a monk, like Buddhist monk. They live just to, they gain knowledge, but to help others. And West is like a businessman. West, it's like a businessman who earn money. And like Earth is like a Shudra. It's like a working class, or who do the groundwork, like actual work. So this is like a kingly things. So they have more of a dharma. It's if you again divide into work, like this is artha. This is artha, right? This is artha 2, 6. This is dharma. This is moksha. This is artha, and this is jnana. Dharma, artha, kama, right? And then moksha. So basically, these are like purpose of any individual. Okay, I'll explain you separately. Okay, don't worry about that. You focus on this one, first one. But I'm telling you the division, it is the same meaning. Okay, it is the same meaning of the zodiac sign. So Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. This is the zodiac sign numbering. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So these are the grouping of fire 159, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is the earth element 2610, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is the air element, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And this is the water element 4, 8, and 12. Cancer, Scorpio, this one. So water element has all sort of knowledge, emotion, caring, nurturing, getting the knowledge about inner soul, realization, self-realization, finding gods, and all those things. Fire has all sort of initiative, doing something new, going ahead, outwards, getting recognition and all. Air has all the social things. I have written in this note, so if you can refer that. So it is related to social and business related things. Earth is about groundwork, about stability and actual work. So it is more of a hard work, day-to-day life work, money, but it is practical. Okay, then we again learned there's another grouping as per the quality. So something called the movable, and then fixed, and then dual. And then we divide it into zodiac sign like this: 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So like that, the movable means the person who always wants to take initiative. They cannot stay at one place. They always want to do something new. They don't like 9 to 5 things. They want to move ahead in life. Fixed means they are little stubborn. They want to be very sure what they are doing. Convincing them is little difficult. Very grounded, stubborn, practical. Or you can say that more of a perfectionist. They want to do the defined work, but in a very good manner. Dual means they try to be movable, but if the situation doesn't allow, they behave like a fixed. So it's very adaptable and changes as per the situation. Okay, dual means it is also like a multiply, like 3rd and 6th. If you see the Lord, it is Mercury. So Mercury basically multiply that. Anything they multiply. And 9, 12 is the Jupiter. Jupiter basically expand that. Okay. So this is the two thing. And then we learned about the zodiac. Then we did 2 example, practical example, where we put some planets and we try to find out whether they have fire element more, earth element more, air element more, or water element more.
Are you
Or,
just doing a review right now? It's just a
yeah,
review? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm just revising whatever we have done so far, so that it's a recap. So far you have seen. Okay, movable and fixed and dual. Okay, and then I gave you one horoscope also. Yeah, any question?
So yeah, so this role of Mercury and Jupiter of multiplication and expansion, you know, are we saying that these are the only horoscopes or people who belong to these zodiac signs will undergo expansion and multiplication, or these they the Jupiter and the Mercury, they play a specific role in the chart of an individual when placed in a certain house?
No, when Jupiter aspect or conjunct any planet, that things get expand. Okay, so
Okay, so in
like
maybe in
so if it is seeing that property related things, so people usually buy the big property, even though they are not capable of buying, but they buy that. But if Mercury is seeing that, so they multiply the property, 2, 3 property. So likewise, if Jupiter is seeing some body part, so they will expand that. So if they are in ascendant, then people get fat, so they expand the body. So like that, it has the quality of expansion. Okay, like Mercury is the dual multiplication. So if it comes with the Venus, Venus is our, we will learn that Venus is our income related thing. So Mercury multiply that income. So most of the millionaire billionaire has this combination of Venus Mercury together because they are getting income from multiple sources. Okay.
Understood.
I have one question for Tanji.
G.
So if any Kundli has movable, fixed, and dual in equal amount, then which one, like,
Yeah, then
are they-
all sort of qualities they have. It means like their behaviors are getting changed. Okay, they have it depends on at that time which dasha and all things are going on.
Yeah.
Accordingly, their behavior will change. Or
Okay.
predicting their behavior is very difficult. It depends on their mood. So we have to we have to see the moon particularly to understand which part he is more inclined towards. Okay, but he has that all the property equally almost. Okay, so here did you do the exercise that 26
Yes.
April 1981, right? 9:30 I gave time in Delhi. Which ascendant it came? Cancer? Lagna?
So this is, you are asking me for this?
Yeah, whoever done that. They did, you did or not? Anyone?
I have done I did a different date actually. I did, but mine was
Oh.
different.
Yeah, I gave that in the group, WhatsApp group, to do this exercise.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh,
anyway, so let's do that here now. Saturn and Jupiter. Okay, and Rahu and Ketu. And here is just Sun, Mars, Venus, and Mercury, Moon. How many? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now can you tell me? You are able to read that?
yeah.
How many fire? How many earth? How many air? How many water?
5 fire.
5 fire. Yes.
3 Earth.
2, 6, 10. Yep. Air.
0 air.
0 air. 3, 7, 11. Yes. And water.
1 water.
1 water. 4, 8, 12. Okay. So he is a fire. He's Puspa.
How to write this, sir?
Huh?
You made this 26 April 1981, 9:30 a.m. Delhi, and you put that in the Kundali chart. How do we put that in Kundali chart?
In the software?
If we don't have a software, then how do we put it?
That's what I gave that. Without software, you cannot move ahead. A single step you cannot do.
We cannot fix this. We cannot put the, what you say, the time, the date without software.
Nope. You have to use either free softwares in the market, or I have given the access. That's why, so that everybody can use the same software. Okay, that's why I given access during the without software, not possible at all.
Okay, because I was thinking that how in numerology when we get a date, but we can make that 9 columns and we put it. Same way we will put it.
No, it's calculation behind that. If you do manually, first of all, you need a panchang, means calendar, planet panchang. You know that panchang, right? Those Panditji will have.
Yeah, I know. Panchang.
Yeah, so for you have to go and take the panchang of 1981. and then you have to calculate the mean time based on the Greenwich time and convert into. If you do pen and paper,
Okay,
first of-
okay, okay.
then it will take 45 minutes to decide the lagna, and after that you have to refer that book. So you always have to carry 100 years of panchang with you to decide where is the planet.
No, because that's the only reason I did not do this. I thought that if I have to put it like a numerology in the Kundali chart, then how do I do it?
Yeah, so
Sorry, I just stated that you have to
yeah,
use a software.
I understand. Yeah, without use of software, it's not possible. It's not at all possible. Okay.
So I was actually pretty confused because
yeah,
because the houses what you defined as in the Kundali, H1 is the middle, H2 is the upper, the trikonas and all. So I was thinking like how we put it in numerology that 2 will go in the 2 column, the 6 will
no,
go in 6 column.
yep,
Okay, it's not like that. It's
it's
according to
not
the
like.
Pancha.
Yeah, so that's what
Okay.
I'm telling to use to the software. I gave access the first week itself. You put some date of birth. That was the first assignment I gave. Just put some date of birth randomly in the software and see how this chart becomes, so that you can use to it how to create a chart.
I actually completely did not understand it. So,
Okay, yeah. Now, anyone
Thank you.
has the question, the similar question? Without this, it's not possible. Okay. So movable, how many planets?
6 are movable. 6.
6.
6 are
Fixed.
0. 3.
Three.
3 double.
If it is 6, it is 0, then definitely it will be 3. Because total we have 9. So,
Right.
okay, so he is movable and he is fiery. So definitely he is not going to stay at one place for longer time. He always want to do something new, initiative, some sort of leadership quality, right? Yeah. So, yep. So this is how we can say the, characteristics. Now,
In the first house, he is having Sun, then he is having Mercury, Venus, and
no, again, yeah. So
the first
thank you.
house here.
It's not first house. It is
10th house.
it is 10th house. First house is this
It's
one.
10th house. Yeah, no. In the 10th house, you're
Uh-huh.
given as number 1 over there.
Yeah, it is zodiac sign
In
number.
10th house, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he has Sun over there. Then I cannot get your writing.
Sun,
The second one is
this is Mars. This is Mars.
then Venus.
Yeah, and then Mercury. Sun, Mars, Venus, Mercury. Sun, Mars, Venus, Mercury. Okay, so these are like, that's what I started very slowly to, this is what we want. I gave the access and everything. So this is not the first house again. Okay. It will make a big difference if you say this is first. This is one is the zodiac sign number. This box is always the house number 1.
Also
This is
first,
the
yeah,
house
that
number
is
2. Okay.
2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand that H1 houses.
Yeah. So, but you won't
But
get anything
11 house,
in the software. You won't get the house number. You will get this number. So this is the zodiac sign number. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so today we will learn planet, but before that, there is a question, common question we usually get, sir, what is my zodiac sign? Okay, so if you have to explore more about their personalities, like that they are fiery, they are earthy, they are watery, or whatever it is, airy. So their at least which kind of personality they are, which part they like more. If they are watery, then you understand they are very emotional, they want to learn knowledge. But then again, further question comes, what is my zodiac sign, right? So in the Western world, the zodiac sun sign, what you read in newspaper, it is always start, particular date. But the actual position of sun is not like that. If you take the telescope, and that I'll explain you later. If I'll explain now, you will get confused. So it is moving basically. So that's what actual position of sun, like in Aries, is 15th April. But if you see, every year the Aries is coming in the newspaper, it is like a 23rd March, right?
Yeah.
Always like that. But after 70 years, if you see, the Aries will be in the 16th April. Okay.
Okay.
The reason is why there is a difference. That is called, that's the place this came the Nirayana system and Sayana system, tropical sign and sidereal system. Okay, the sidereal is ours. So if you see this, the common reason, I'll tell you why it is like that. If you see, this is the sun, okay, and this is the earth. This is the path of earth. So it is believed that, like as per this method, earth start their journey after 1 year, they reach the same place, okay, like in a circular motion. That's why every time you are seeing the sun is in Aries in particular date, okay. But in reality, this is not the case. The path is not circular. The path is basically ecliptical, like this. And when earth start from here journey, it does not come again here, it goes to little ahead, okay, from here to here, almost 50 seconds, I guess. 50 or 40 seconds, some difference are there, 50 seconds, nearly this one, okay. So that's why in 70 years, if you calculate it, it becomes the one day. So that's what I think that Baisakhi and all that Jallianwala Bagh happened, right? At that time, you see that one. I think at that time Makar Sankranti was, Baisakhi was, no, it was Baisakhi or Makar Sankranti. So it was like 13th April, I guess, right? That time.
Baisakhi. Yeah, Baisakhi.
Yeah, Baisakhi at that. Yeah. So like that. So now it is 15th. So it is varying. Okay. So like that, like 70 years it is because of the path. I'll explain you how Lagna and everything is happened. This is logical, and it's a true. What we are calculating here is, it was the Nirayana system or sidereal system. It is the true. If you take the a telescope and watch the movement of the planet, this is what it is getting calculated. So my developer, she was asking me, I was giving her logic when I was building the development this one, and I was telling her to validate from the Google, and she was checking the Google result, and she was telling her, yeah, it is matching, it is matching. So she asked me, Google is also using some Kundali software. I told no, they are not using Kundali software. Google is using the actual satellite telescope, and they are getting data from multiple places like NASA and other places. So she's telling, like, the result what they are getting and what you are calculating, it should match. I told yes. So you can understand the knowledge of the people at that time, how they are calculating the ascendant, lagnas, that grahan, right? The eclipse, it is coming the same time what it is coming from NASA. So it is not something we are learning like imaginary thing. It is real calculation. Only thing is the way we are telling it, like planets and all, it is not the planet, it is the energy. You can give whatever name, but the calculation, the things, whatever it is coming, it is the same thing. If you put date of birth, time, and now, as per today, the planet position, what you are getting, it is the same planet position. If you go check in sky, it will be in the same zodiac sign, it will be in the same constellation. Okay. So it is not something just hypothetically you are seeing this chart and all. Okay. It is the real calculation. When people, like, we gave the date of birth, right? 26th April 1981, the timing. At that time, this is what the planet position was at that time in the sky. Actual position, not like hypothetical. Okay, so this is what now the question comes like, what is my zodiac sign? So the zodiac sign, 3 zodiac sign are very important. Okay, one zodiac sign is the ascendant, that first house. Okay, this is called the ascendant or lagna or H1, whatever you say. Second zodiac sign is the zodiac sign where your moon is placed. Suppose, for example, like this. So suppose somebody has a Cancer ascendant. 4 means Cancer, right? And moon is in Sagittarius. So question comes whether my zodiac sign is Cancer or my zodiac sign is moon. And suppose the sun is in Aries. The question comes whether my sun sign is Aries, which zodiac sign I belongs to. It's a moon or it's my ascendant. So 3 zodiac sign always influence you, and you have the most of the characters from these zodiac sign. But out of 3, again, 1 is really strong. Okay, in order to understand that, the easiest way to decide is check that how many planets are there in each house. It's like same democracy. The more number of planet in whatever zodiac sign, that zodiac sign will win. Okay, means planet and aspect and all those things. So suppose in the previous chart, if you see here, yeah, this one. So Lagna, it is Rahu, 1 planet. In moon chart Sagittarius, it is 1 planet, but in sun sign, you are seeing 4 planets. So he has more characteristics of Aries compared to Cancer and Sagittarius. And his personality, you can easily say as per the Aries. He will believe that. Question?
सर अभी आपने कहा सन की एट्रीब्यूट्स होंगे बट एरिस इज रूल्ड बाय मार्स, नंबर 1 इज रूल्ड बाय मार्स.
Aries का जो Aries zodiac sign, that one we discussed right yesterday. What is the quality of Aries? You know Aries, right? I shared the video and all those things. It's about Aries.
Okay.
It's not Mars or it is not number 1. It is the Aries zodiac sign.
Okay. So where there are maximum number of planets, that influences.
Yeah. So he will
that
have
influences the zodiac sign.
Yes. So people usually ask, right, which zodiac sign to take. I remember in the second batch, one person, he was retired bank manager. His question was from first class till last class. This is what, sir, what is my zodiac sign? Even though course get complete, he was stuck in one question. So I thought of telling him the first thing, this is what your zodiac sign is, because he was not interested in prediction and all. He just wanted to know what is his zodiac sign. So this is what your zodiac sign is, if you really want to know about zodiac sign. Moon
So
is, yeah.
It means zodiac sign is not your Lagna one. Zodiac sign is where the maximum planets are placed in a house.
Yeah, this is what ideally it is influencing you. But if you go to any software or any person, then as per astrology, they always say that moon, wherever that moon is placed, like here Sagittarius, he Chandra Rashi, like moon is Chandra, like moon zodiac sign is Sagittarius. They always say your zodiac sign is Sagittarius. But this person, when you tell about Sagittarius, he will not that much convinced. But if you tell about the Aries, he will get more convinced. Okay. In reality, yeah, definitely his moon zodiac sign is Sagittarius. And this ascendant is Cancer, but he has more dominating characteristics of Aries compared to these two. Okay, because you will see this complaint often. Sir, my Lagna is this, but I don't find that characteristic. My moon sign is this, but I don't. Sometimes you will find if the more planets are there.
So, sir, we are checking the number of planets in a particular house where either it's ascendant or moon is situated or sun is situated.
Yep.
Now, do we consider that including, so if you're calculating the number of planets in a specific house, we're
Mm.
calculating that including sun or excluding sun?
Including sun.
For example,
Including
including. So
sun
there are,
and the aspect also. That aspect we have not learned yet, but aspect also means more number of planets are influencing that house, that will win.
okay.
Yeah, no, yeah, Noopji. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Now, in the same example,
Hmm.
if we have movable 0, am I audible?
Yeah.
If we have movable 0 and fixed is 6,
Hmm.
so in that case, he is not born to any changes. He doesn't accept any changes if fixed is large, right? So
Hmm.
will it be good for him to not accept the changes, or will it be good for him to accept changes? Because generally we consider movable, it is good, right? To accept the changes or the
Mhm.
all things.
Mhm.
So if fixed is 6, large number is 6.
Uh,
So
got
yeah.
it, got it. So based on that, this is what his core nature is, but suggestion we will suggest based on the problem. Okay. We cannot say like, okay, because you are fixed planet, you don't accept changes. It depends on particular things. I'll explain you how. Suppose if the
Okay.
Jupiter is retrograde and he has more fixed planet, still he should change the place to get that for succeed, because he cannot succeed at native place like
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Right. Right.
Yeah, Rituji.
So if anyone has same number of planets in their
I was
sun and
expecting.
moon, yeah.
Oopsie.
Yes,
Okay.
for me
Okay.
it's somehow coming like that. I'm like, oh
Yes.
wow.
Okay. Okay. So moon is your mind. That's a very good question. Okay. So what is difference between Lagna, moon, and sun? Okay. Sun is your soul. It is
Hmm.
your true core
Hmm.
nature is. Okay. It's a Atman. It's a soul.
Hmm.
But we don't connect it with soul easily, right? We always go to the materialistic world. Okay. So
Right.
realizing the soul, ideally we should know what is the purpose, but we are not. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So but your root is this. Okay. This is what, but we are
Right.
not realizing.
Hmm.
Now comes to the Lagna. This is your
Hmm.
brain. It is your rational mind. Okay. This
Hmm.
is your thought process. So the planet in that definitely influence that, and this lord of the Lagna, where it goes, that also
Hmm.
creates your thought process. It is like some thought process. But moon is the most prominent one among all, ideally. Okay. So
Hmm.
moon, we say that Chandrama Mansujata means mind, mana,
Right.
that moon rules. So basically
Hmm.
we are living in the world where we are reacting to the situation. Okay.
Hmm.
We are very fast, and that's
Right.
what we say, that the illusion, the Maya. Okay.
Right.
So the situation comes, we don't understand at that time what is right or wrong, we just react. Okay. So this
Hmm.
is what the moon is. Okay. So this is what it says, that how you emotionally see this world. Okay. So this world is like one of the story, they say that there's a big city. Okay.
Hmm.
Like and there's a 4 roads are going from that city. Okay. So one person was crossing that city in the car. Okay.
Hmm.
And he was seeing from the side mirror. He was going here, he was seeing the side mirror, and he saw the city. And he was telling that, okay, I saw the city, how it is the big building and all those things. And another person was going from the car, and he was seeing this from the city, this one
Hmm.
from the side mirror, the city, and he was explaining that this is how the city is. And the third person is also going city, and
Hmm.
he was seeing from the side mirror, and he was explaining how the city is. But in reality, city is entirely different. The side
Right.
mirror, what he's seeing, it is the perception of the person,
Hmm.
how he's perceiving this world. So that moon is basically this creates, tells about the perception of the things. Okay.
Hmm.
That's what our mood is today. It's good, today it's bad. Like
Right.
when I was like in school, college time, I was
Hmm.
going through one street mohalla. In one
Hmm.
family, One girl was very happy when we were crossing. His father was very upset. His brother was very upset. His brother was angry, but one lady was very happy. The reason is same event, but different perspective towards that event. Okay, so that's why this moon is very prominent and important in our chart. So our sages says that whatever is your moon zodiac sign, that is your actual zodiac sign. But sometimes what happens, the other planet dominates that houses, and we start behaving like that. But it doesn't mean like your perception gets changed. Your inside, your core thought process, it is like that. Okay, make sense?
Thank you so much. Yeah, very much. Very interesting example. Thank you.
Yeah,
So
welcome.
one thing more, sir, इसमें जैसे एग्जांपल में 9th 5th हाउस में मून है, तो वो जो 5th हाउस की 1 2 3 4 5, तो वो 5th हाउस की ट्रेट्स मून में होंगी या मून वाली ट्रेट्स 5th हाउस में जाएंगी?
Moon will influence that 5th house. Okay, moon will influence the 5th house. So, but moon will get the characteristics of the zodiac sign. It is the source of their energy.
So that house is
Uh-huh.
so that house is the 6th house in which the 5 is come, na?
Yes. Yes.
Zodiac 5 is come. So
Yes.
he or she will get the benefits of the moon over there in that house.
Yep. Yep. You're right. You're right. Okay. So, now we will learn what you have to do is example, take 2-3 charts and to whom you know, and see that the zodiac sign you know, okay, the fire movable, these things you know, and try to match their characteristics. Okay, that is the first step. When you are analyzing anyone's chart, first thing to understand their personality. Okay, if they are watery element or emotional or Brahman Rashi or those things, okay, that means these people are ready to learn something new, adaptable, acceptable. If it is fire, that means you just have to boost their ego. You are very great, you will do this, you will do this. Okay, consulting is an art. Okay, you have to understand the emotion of in front of that person, along with that whatever you are answering. Okay, so they just saying in Hindi, right, Sanskrit, right, Satyam Bruyat, Priyam Bruyat, no Bruyat or Priyam Satyam. Uske aage wala next I don't know, but the basically answer is you should tell the truth, but you should not hurt anyone. At the same time, you should not please anyone by telling the untruth or false. So basically the purpose is when you are speaking, you should it should be very pleasing to someone. Okay, but that is the art that if you don't know, you have to learn it. Okay, so you have to understand that person's core characteristics before answering it, because if they are watery, they are very emotional. If you always tell the truth in that way, they will get scared. Okay, so you have to motivate them. Whenever you do consulting, you always try to motivate, but the way you are speaking, it will vary as per their personality. So you should be a little bit, yeah.
Diplomat.
Yeah, Nubji.
Sir, yesterday we learned that house number 2 and house number 7 are Marcus house.
Yeah.
So if there are no planets placed in that houses, 6th and 2nd and 7th house, then we have to consider their lord, where it is placed. We have to consider that, or
yeah, so 7th house and 2nd house are Marka's house.
Yeah.
Basically the dasha of that, we haven't learned the Mahadasha, the lord of the 2nd house or lord of the 7th house.
okay.
If their Mahadasha goes, the run at that time we have risk of our life.
Okay.
Okay, not the planet placed in that.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the lord.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so quickly let's move to the planets now. Okay. Cool, you have a lot of questions, so that's very good because it give me confidence my class is not boring. So you guys are getting something. Okay, so we have
Did you give us the rest of the steps to look for when we're looking at a chart? You said understand their personality and what else? Did you
You
finish the steps?
yeah, that steps is done. Okay, so here take the 2-3 examples to whom you know. I know I will give you, but that person I know. Just take yours, your
Family
friend,
members of the
family
household.
members, or spouse, or friend, someone.
Yeah, yeah.
Check that whether it's matching or not. Just be neutral, okay? If it doesn't match, don't get scared, okay? Means we are still learning. If it is matching, good. Okay, so even though if it
Okay.
is not matching, that means it's not like the subject is bad or you are bad or something. We are in the learning process. We haven't concluded yet. Okay, slowly
So
we
if
are.
we don't have their birth date and time, then we have to choose the another thing, or we have to still will go with Larry.
Okay, you don't have the
We-
timing. Birth date,
Timing and place.
place is okay, but the timing is required. At
Yes,
least
Nehal
it
ji,
can.
meaning if you know only the name and the date of birth, can you manage it? I think she's wanted to know that thing.
Lagna,
Yes.
Lagna gets changed every 2 hours. Okay. Lagna gets changed every 2 hours. And the place in India, it is the same time zone. So it doesn't vary much. Okay. Means 95, 98% it will be the same. Okay. So that place is still okay. But if your time is around 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, something, then still you can manage. Okay, but try to get those people who has the time. Okay, like if you don't have, still it is okay. Your sun sign and moon sign, still you can compare. Okay, but Lagna will change every 2 hours. Okay. So yeah, but in order to do the prediction, if you don't have time, can you do the prediction? Yes, you can still do that. Okay. Answer is
Sir,
yes.
are we going to cover birth time correction in this course?
In this, in this we learn basic. No, not possible to do the correction. For that, we need to know a lot of things. It is not possible in this, not at all possible in this. Okay, for that we need to know all sort of events and every aspect of that, then only we will be able to correct it, because we have to match each and every event as per the timing. So here it's not possible. Okay, so whatever time we have, we are good. So cool.
Okay.
So now we will learn the planets. So we have 9 planets. Okay, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Venus, right? Venus, Rahu, we say dragon's head, Ketu, dragon tail. Okay. So these are the 9 planets. Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, we are not considering right now. Okay. And because without that only we are trying to do the prediction, but it doesn't mean those are not applicable, but the older text, they have not mentioned that those planets came in recent time. Okay. So Sun, Moon, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Venus. So these planets are like Rahu, Ketu. Okay. So among 9 planets, Rahu, Ketu, Shani, and Mars, these are troublemaker. So if you see Rakesh, anyone name is Rakesh here? So Rakesh is like a very trouble creating planet, and Mars is another one. So these 4 planets, whenever they will sit with any other planets, okay, they create the problem. If one planet is still okay, if 2 negative, these are negative planets. If 2 negative planets are coming with any of the remaining 5 planets, it creates problem in those particular area of the life. Okay, So like
Is
yesterday,
that sun? Did you say Ra Ketu sun?
Rahu,
Was that what was
Ketu,
that?
this is
It's
Saturn.
oh, I can't read it right now. Sorry.
Rahu, Ketu, Saturn. Okay, it's in Hindi, it's a Shani, it's a Saturn. Okay, so like we learned yesterday, our mainly our approach should be always narrow. So the event of life is what we say, like first is self, and then we learn about the education. Then we have another event in our life is like a career, money, and then marriage and progeny, yeah,
Travel,
travel,
health,
health,
litigation,
litigation,
longevity.
longevity. Okay, so like for each one there is a house that represent, like that for each area there is a planet also signifies. Okay, that is we say the significator. Self means
Okay.
Jupiter. So if you want to know about yourself, your situation in life, your childhood, your health, Jupiter is responsible. Education, Mercury. Career, Saturn. Money, Venus. Marriage, wife represented by Venus. Husband represented by
Jupiter.
Mars.
Mars. Okay.
Progeny, Karka is basically Jupiter, sometimes says that Sun. So we will consider both. Travel, it's a moon who changes that if Jupiter or Rahu comes closer or making axis. Health, it's again the self, Jupiter, but problematic planets are like the same Saturn, Rahu, Ketu. These are the planet who creates the problem to the individual. Litigation, it's a Rahu and Mercury. It's cheating also. Longevity is Saturn. Okay, so these are the karka of the planet. Okay, you can take a print screen, or I'll send you that in PPT. I don't know I've written that or not, but this is what our karka. So suppose if we are trying to analyze about the money, we will forget all the planets. We will only focusing on the Venus, and we will see our main goal is to check whether Venus is linked with Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, Mars or not. If it is a link, then there must be a financial problem. If it is not linked, then somehow it is in the good situation. Then we will see the positive side, whether who is giving more supporting Venus money to the Venus. Like Mercury is supporting, yes, it is increasing that. Rahu is also supporting that in particular finance matter, but that's okay. So like that we have to see, I'll explain you how to check that. So that will be our rule of thumb. First thing is what we want to check. We want to check about marriage. Okay, it's boy chart or girl's chart? Boy chart. What is the karka of the marriage? Wife, Venus.
Yes.
If it is girl's chart, we will try to find out the marriage. Okay, let's check the Mars.
Mars.
And second step is check the association of this Rahu Ketu Saturn. If two planets are there, that means marital life is disturbed. If it is not, then it is good. Okay, that will be our rule of thumb. Okay, same thing.
So I have query here, short query. So these are all significators, right? So these are house wise or the area wise, because here are 10 significators I can see and houses are 12.
No, it is independent. It's planet significator.
Okay.
It is a planet significator. It has nothing to do with house now.
Okay. So if we take communication, so what will be that?
Mercury.
Okay.
Okay, so Mercury represents that we will study today. What are the Mercury represents? But high level, these are the event of our life. Like suppose you want to check the relationship with your neighbor, relationship with your siblings, again Mercury. You want to check the status of your brother, then Mars. Like that, each planet has multiple significators. So first thing what you have to do is you have to understand what exactly you want to see. Okay. So let's move to the planets. You got it, this one, right? Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, and Mars. These are negative planet. Remaining are good one. Okay.
सर
Now
इसमें
we
जो
will see this in detail.
ये तो आपके नेगेटिव प्लैनेट्स हैं, जो पॉजिटिव प्लैनेट्स है सन मून जुपिटर मार्स होंगे सर? नहीं, अगेन
Thamba bhav thamba. Wait.
होल्ड ऑन.
Okay. So here we will study one by one. Okay. Cynthia, you are okay? You are getting?
Yes, I'm good.
So this is planet Sun. Okay. So Sun definitely it's the king of all the planets. It is so gender wise it is represented male. Elements wise it is the fire. Means whenever we say that fire, that means it is energetic, active, outgoing. Quality wise it is sattvic. Sattvic in the sense who is believing. There are three types of planet or three types of in Bhagavad Gita. So Cynthia, I'm using couple of things, okay, related to that just to make understand, okay. It's so you may not get it, but that's okay. Okay, that is not related to astrology.
We don't have this slide right here, right? Because that doesn't look like the one.
Yeah,
that you sent us before,
that
right?
I added it today. I added it today.
Oh, okay.
You have this part, but I added this
Yes.
one. I'll share this one. I'll share this one. That's a good catch. Okay, so here in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has said that I made this world, built this world with three gunas. Okay, so one is called the Sattvic, another one is called Rajasic, and third one is called the Tamasic. Okay, these are the three gunas the God has created with this world. So all the people, all the element, living entities have these either one of these gunas prominent. Ideally, they all have the three gunas, but one is the prominent. What does it mean? Tamasic says that even though if I will not get benefit or any profit or any good thing, but the other person must get lost or must get hurt. They believing in hurting others. Rajasic says that doesn't matter whether they are getting hurt or this one. They don't believing in hurting others, but they always focusing on their growth. Typical, most of the people are coming in the Rajasic side. They don't want to hurt others, but they want their growth. They always want their profit. They always want this one. Okay. Sattvic are the people who thinks about others. They always try to put their leg in other shoes, try to understand their pain and try to help others. So they are putting themselves before that one. So they say that in order to realize God, so you have to close this one property, hurting others, and then you have to move this one, become selfish. And then when you start thinking about others, when you are thinking that everyone is the same, like a service kind of things, okay, like some seeing the God in every entity, then you will start realizing the God. Okay. So in Gita, if you see, sorry, I'm little deviating, but it will make sense and it will help you in understanding. If you see the Bhagavad Gita, there are 4 characters in whole Bhagavad Gita who is speaking, right? We have 700 shlokas and that, if you see that. One is the Dhritarashtra, he's blind. Another one is Sanjay, who is seeing the conversation of God and explaining to this person. Arjuna, and then Krishna. So these blind people, he was so obsessed with his son, he is not able to understand what is right and wrong. This representation of the Tamshik. Sanjay understands everything. He knows what is right, what is wrong. He is trying to explain him, but he is not getting it. Okay, but he is performing just his duty without any forcing him or hurting him or anything. So it represents the Sattvic trying to help. Arjuna is so much obsessed in himself. He is only thinking about his winning, his family, his relatives, what he will get benefit after this war, what he will lose. He's obsessed about himself. So that represents the Rajasic. So when this all things cross, then here is the God who was explaining all the things to the people to reason. That's the flow of the person who has written the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, Ved Vyas ji. So that this is how they have structured that. To understand the God, you have to lose this Rajasic thing. Then only you will start understanding what he is telling. So when he has showed his all the big Swarup and all those things, at that time he told that now I'm understanding what you are trying to say. Till the time he was obsessed with his relative and that one, he was not able to understand that. Even that Rajasic people, they are so much obsessed with this one, with their things throughout life, even though sometimes they realize the truth, but the attachment is so high, it goes back to again the Rajasic property. It is very difficult to leave that. People are telling, okay, become spiritual, become spiritual. Path of spirituality is very tough, because in order to go to the spiritual path, you have to leave this path. And leaving all the, whatever possession they have, it is really difficult. And one of the story also says that in Arjuna, after finishing all the yuddha and everything, when he won that war, Arjuna was telling one day, because Krishna was his friend, he was telling that day in Kurukshetra, you were telling me one about some gyan of the Gita and all. Can you repeat that gyan? I forgot what you were telling me. Krishna was like, come on, man, which kind of people you are? I told you 700 slokas just to make you understand what is right and wrong. Now you forget again. Because the moment he got that things, he again forgot. Okay. So this is what the flow. So this sun is basically the Sattvic who is shining, who has the ego, who wants to get the kingdom, but they also wants to help others. Okay, make sense? Okay, now body part, it represents soul.
Okay, I have a question. So if you choose the planet Sun as your guru, then quality, I'm not, what, explain that quality again.
Quality is like it is written in our scriptures, like Vedas and all. The God created this world with three qualities, like Sattvic, Rajasic, and Tamasic. So everyone has either three types of properties. Either they want to hurt others, they want to make sure others get disturbed. Second one is the Rajasic, where they always want to get their own benefit. They don't want to hurt others, but they don't want to help others as well. They always thinking about themselves. And third one is called the Sattvic. So the sun, if people have the sun strong in their chart, then what we say that person has the Sattvic quality. That means this person is spiritual and he always wants to help others. He understands that other people's problem. This is what it means. Okay.
Alrighty.
So, but cruel, it is written quality, but cruel, because it is hot. So it is little sharp. Their accents are little sharp. So it is because sun is hot. So even though it is good, but the accent is little harsh. So that's why ego and all those things, pride, those things people usually see that. In body, it represents the soul, the Atman, the main part. Deity, like in morning time, this is the ultimate God. And this is the god, like I think in every what you say, was like Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, or Egypt, or any places, you will see that sun god is common in all the religion or any places. Okay, so this is because it is the in morning time when you pray, it is like a Brahma, that means the creator. So if you want something new in your life, pray at the morning time. If you think something is not going good, pray at a noon time, and it will destroy the negativity. And if you want something to flourish, peaceful, nice, pray at evening time, like a Vishnu. It represents color orange, direction east, summer, Grishma. Like summer season, it represents Lord, 5th house, 7th aspect, that is okay. So, but for our purpose, this is what we need basically, is Karkatva means significator. Okay. So it represents temple, bones in our body, father, head of the department, medicine. So basically anything is head of a main person in that. Suppose in any organization, if he is a CEO or a small project, he is a boss, like a manager or someone, prominent position who can make a decision. It's represented by the sun. Like in government, the president, like in India, prime minister, like they are the person like represented by the sun. Okay, it also represents name and fame, and it's a Vedic teaching, means spiritual learning. Also, it represents body parts. It represents eye, particular right eye, glow in the skin, stomach area, heart, and immunity. If sun is disturbed in anyone's chart, that means their immunity is very weak. They get sick easily. Okay, so when we say that sun is weak, if sun is get afflicted by Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, or Mars. Okay, if that is there, then their immunity will be little weak.
So how to improve the immunity, sir, if some is having low degree, high degree, and is placed in malefic planets?
We have to wake up early before sunrise, pray to God, sun god. Okay, that's the ultimate solution, easy one. Otherwise, we can suggest some ring, that also will work. Okay, relation, father, son. So if you have to know about our father or anyone's father in the chart, we can focus on the sun, check their situation. Like for example, if Rahu is over the father, Rahu and sun is together in anyone's chart, we say that, okay, when you took birth, at that time your father was having problem, because Rahu creates problem. Sun, king, president, PM, father-in-law, prominent personalities. Places, it's called forest, lion, caves, places like that. Substance, wheat, some chemicals, like these are the one. Okay.
So what is the meaning of substance? Reach some chemicals?
It is yeah, it is for the donation, or it is for the, sometimes giving it to someone. So if sun is disturbed, help those people who doesn't have wheat.
Okay.
Yeah, so give them that one. Okay. So those are the things, whatever. Basically, the remedy says that what sun wants to do. Okay. Sun wants to follow the spiritual path, help others, good relationship with this one, president, father. Okay, so if you follow those paths, usually in the chart, sun will become better, because if it is disturbed, these all things will get disturbed. Your boss will not like you, your relation with father will not be good. Okay, some sort of problem like that.
इसमें chemicals, what are chemicals? इसका this substance means how to improve the sun. You can say like that indirectly.
Yes.
It is a remedy, not a substance. We call it remedial.
Remedy, but in wheat, basically, sun is there. Okay.
And chemical?
Chemical, any chemicals. That's what when medicine is people are making, in that medicine, what chemicals, any chemicals are getting used, that also represented by the sun.
So how we donate that then? It means
No, we
chemicals.
will not donate chemicals, we will donate wheat.
Okay.
So moon is a female planet. Okay. Element is water. That means it is emotional, nurturing, supporting, knowledge. Quality is Rajasic, means they want to get all sort of materialistic things. If moon is strong in anyone's chart, they get all sort of luxury things. Beauty, enjoyment, relationship, anything, whatever materialistic things we like, that people get. Body, it represents mind. Deity like goddess Parvati. Color white. Direction is northwest in the Vastu. It is like rainy season, it represents fourth law, seventh aspect. So in general, moon represents mother, women. Okay. So suppose moon represents mother, and we know that 4 planets, Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, Mars. If Saturn, if they are aspected by these, that means mother will also get sick, because Saturn is the sickness, Rahu is the sickness. So it will create problem to the mother as well. Okay. Women, milk, fickle, changing, smooth, virtuous, restaurant. These all are the serving industry, hospitality industry, hospitality is one, restaurant, hotel industry, psychology, travels, whales, mind. Yeah. It's not blood, it's a liquid in the body. Man blood represented by the Mars. Relationship is mother, mother-in-law, queen, auntie. Places, all what replaces some food stuff, milk, kheer, shagra. Okay.
What is Shi Shagra, sir? Kheer.
Any, yeah, anything that has that non-acidic things. What is that opposite of acid?
Okay, anti-acid.
Like in our body, acidity is formed, right? What is the opposite of that acid? Okay, that is the word.
ये मेल फीमेल इस दोनों प्लेनेट में कंसीडर होता है मून सर, चंद्र देव जैसे बोलते हैं सर?
No, it represents the female. It is the devata we represent, but it is the female. Nature is the female.
Nature.
Sir, here in the moon, it was aspect 7. So aspect we are going to study in detail.
Yeah,
or-
that is the one. That's the second thing I will ask you to remember. Okay, that is the place I really want you have to work hard.
Yeah.
Okay,
because,
work hard in the sense work with me. Okay, because let me finish this quickly so that we can practice this week and next week we can catch up. Okay, so let me complete this one quickly, all the planets, and then we will go to that aspect one. Okay, so that we can practice over the next week. When we will meet, we will work on that. Okay, so don't disturb me now. You hold to your question, I will answer all. End of the class. Deal? Yeah. So Mars is again the aggressive. So Sun is king, Moon is queen, Mars is like army. Okay, army officer who suggest all sort of war, fight. Nature is like tamashik. That means they have the tendency to hurt others. Body, willpower, courageous to stand for oneself, strength. So if people have Mars is weak, then usually they usually say yes to everything. They don't have courage to say no. Even though you 2-3 friends is going to, and one person says that, okay, I want coffee. Even though he wants to drink tea, he will say, okay, coffee. He doesn't stand for himself. He always say yes to everything if the Mars is weak. Okay. Rudra, this one, it's basically a little strong god. Oops. Direction south, it's a summer season is represented by that. This is the lord of first and eighth house, 4, 7, 8. These are okay, nothing to worry about. In general, it represents brothers and the husband. 2 things we have to remember. And these karkas are, you don't need to mug up anything. Okay, slowly when we start working events, and then we will use these words. Okay, there are a lot of karkas. Okay, there's a dictionary also where all sort of, there's some planet, because we have 9 planets and whole world is there. Okay, so we cannot remember, but try to understand what it represents. So blood, basically in body it represents. Okay, accident, it represents. Skill with hand, Mars is a skill with hand. If Mars is strong, so it represents the skill with hand. Suppose if Mars is coming with Mercury, Mercury is basically writing. So Mars says that people are usually an author or book writer, because it gives the skill to write something. Okay. It problem create in the education and all. Bridge of the nose, eyebrow, husband, brother, commander, places, hill, mountains, rock, mines. These are the places where Mars is prominent. Red chilies and pepper, these are the substances. Mercury, it's a male, but it says that Napunsak means it's neither male nor female. The Mercury behavior change as per the planet it sits. So suppose Mercury is with Sun in the chart, then Mercury try to behave like Sun. That's why people say that Mercury is with Rahu, then it's very dangerous. They are very innovative, good ideas like Steve Jobs and all. But whether it's going in the right direction or not, who will control? So basically they are not orthodox. They are very unorthodox. They always think out of box. In practical world, it is good, but sometimes they invent something which is not we need. Element is air. Rajasic. Rajasic means thinking about them. Selfishness is more. Intellect. Lord Vishnu. Color green. North direction. Autumn season. 7th aspect. It is a lot of signification, particularly education, our intelligence, trade, business law, judicial, twin, double stomach, not double stomach, not stomach, it's basically small intestine. Language, how many language we speak, it depends on the planet sitting with Mercury or aspecting Mercury, that many languages we know. If Mercury is disturbed, means disturbed in the sense if it is coming with Rahu, Ketu, Saturn or Mars, then people usually, Rahu particularly, getting problem related to health in childhood, particularly those brain related problem, those people get, or their teeth is having problem. Okay, they always get problem in the teeth, because Mercury represents that as well. I'm telling couple of things, so don't worry about that, how to remember those every carcass. It will come slowly in your brain. Okay, when we start practicing, we will see that. So you don't need to remember everything like this. Even I don't remember everything like this. Relationships, siblings, means friends, siblings, maternal uncle, neighbors, places, green areas, playground, commercial, green ground, this one. Jupiter is very auspicious planet. This is one single planet to whomever they aspect or sit with, there all the negative things goes away or reduce like anything. So this is the only blessing in our chart. So like we have Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, Mars one side, and this side only Jupiter. So that's why we have a lot of problem in our life, and because blessings are very less and problem giving planets are more. But Chanakya says that if you get a milk and in that poisonous milk, and if you find there's a nectar in that, one drop of nectar is there, still you should drink it, because Amrit, that nectar, has the power to remove all the negativity. Like in a room, like full of dark, but small light candle can vanish all the darkness, like that. So it's a small, but this is the one that is protecting. And in reality, also in our lot of asteroids and everything is coming on Earth, and it is getting protected by the Jupiter.
So in that case, if Jupiter is aspected by Rahu and Ketu, will it subside the side effects of Rahu and Ketu?
Yeah, it will do that, but self get harmed from the Rahu and Ketu, get diseased.
Okay.
But they will reduce the negativity of Rahu. But cell itself will get some disease. Pre-winter, month 9th and 12th, this is the aspect. Jupiter is our life force that we say Jivatma, native itself. To learn about yourself, see the where is the Jupiter, what are the planets it has, way of living life, body. It's a guru, that teacher who teaches us, particularly in astrology, is represented by the Jupiter. If anybody is not able to do the prediction, there are high chances their Jupiter is disturbed. Okay. So because astrology directly related with the Jupiter. Religion, banking, preacher, chaste, holy, pious, nature, moral, principle, gain, philosophy. Nose, pancreas, chaste area, those are represented by the Jupiter. Okay. All the religious places, temple, NGOs, that is schools, colleges, this one. Turmeric and lentil, those are the Venus is one of the beautiful planet, though it is Rajasic, but this is the one that people usually like in their life nowadays, or everyone likes that, because it represents the relationship, it represents the money, it represents the vehicle, it represents the all sort of luxury, it represents the award, prizes and everything, and it represents attraction as well. So this is like deity is goddess Lakshmi, so it is the blessings, but it is the Rajashik, so people think about themselves. Okay, it is a female planet, element is water, so emotional, nurturing. It represents not eyes, basically it represents the retina. So if Venus is strong, you will see the retina is a different color, like brown color, blue colors, green colors. Those are like special. Their Venus are like, because it looks very glamorous. So that retina, and the cheeks, like a dimple on the cheek, and basically attracting. They make these things attractive. Their hairstyle as a stylist, they always take care of their hairs. So eyes, good nature, riches, costly gold and jewelries, smooth. Wife, represented wife, sisters, vehicles, financially, marriage, in general marriage also, female child, mistress, sweet drinks, juices. Okay. Saturn is our profession mainly, and it has two roles. One is the profession, another one is the problematic, okay, trouble creation. So airy element. So in Ayurveda, there are disease, and out of like we have Vata, Pitta, Kapha, right? 3 types of diseases. Out of that, air disease are like a most, like 80 disease are from the air itself. And Saturn and Rahu is considered as the toxic air. Okay. So whenever these two planets are aspecting any planets, that area of the body gets problem. Suppose Saturn and Rahu aspecting Mars or conjunct with Mars, is together with Mars, then they will have the problem related to blood. Okay. So like that, wherever these two planets goes, they create the problem. But at the same time, this is the profession. If we have to judge the profession, how will be my profession, whether I'll do business, job, or what you say, why I'm getting problem in my profession, why there is no stability. All those sort of things is judged by the Saturn. Deity is Lord Shiva, color black, west direction, winter, action, karma, duty, profession. It's basically karma. So Jupiter and Saturn, these two planets goes together. Jupiter creates the opportunity. Saturn is the action. So sometimes what happens, people charts, Jupiter is very good, so they get a lot of opportunity, but Saturn is not that strong, so they are not able to seize that opportunity. Sometimes vice versa, Saturn is very strong, very hardworking, but Jupiter is not strong, so they are not getting that much opportunity. Okay. So this two always goes together, and we say that dual transit, when blessings of Jupiter and Saturn are on any particular planet, then that event get fructify in life. Okay. So, but Saturn has the disease, by default it has disease, by default it has death. Okay. And it represents the leg area as well. Elder brother angle, building houses, industry, still food. Rahu, it is again male airy planet, as I said, toxic air, it's tamasic. So they basically whatever Jupiter does, and Rahu tries to do just opposite. So Rahu also expand the things, but they don't want to follow the rule. Jupiter wants to follow the rule. So they are like kind of want to be in society, and they don't want to follow the rules and regulation of society. Jupiter is a little sattvic, not little, they are sattvic. Rahu is basically tamasic. So that's the basic difference, but otherwise both have the capacity to expand the things. Okay. So Rahu usually try to behave like a Mercury. They always think like my mind is very clever, smart, and but in negative side. Okay, but in general they have the disease. So these are the one. Oh, sorry, Rahu. It creates the dryness and gas. So if Rahu is prominent, so people usually get the problem related to gastric, stomach area. It is the gas basically empty. So, and it creates the dryness. So whatever planet Rahu get close to, related to that area, relationship will be dryness will come. Suppose Rahu Venus will go, then relation with wife will be little dry. Rahu Mars is there, relation with husband is little dry. Rahu Moon is there, relation with mother will be little dry. Relation is not separated, but charm will be little less. Okay. Rahu also represents sudden events like accidents, trouble, illusion, and it represents the beginning of the road, part of the city, darkness, secret, mouth, testicles, ears, maternal grandpa, cave, nest. Ketu is like a female, elements fire, but it has the sattvic nature. If you see this Rahu has head, but it doesn't have body. So whatever Rahu eats, he doesn't get satisfied. So he is always obsessed. Okay. The basic things between these malefic planets, Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, Mars, and the other good planet is these planets creates the desire in the human life. So that's why people try to work hard and get later point of time get in problem. And those planets like Sun, Jupiter, those are the sattvic planets. Those have some sort of content in that, and that's why they feel happy. Okay. So Ketu, if you see, they don't have head, they have the body. That means they don't have the judgment. So Ketu, whenever they planet they sits, they are very bad with their judgment. So Ketu is with Venus. They have very bad judgment about women. They think, they don't think this is bad or good. He thinks every girl is the same. If Ketu is with Jupiter, Jupiter is in general public. So it is very spiritual things, because you are not judging anyone. It's a good or bad. You seeing everyone in the same way. In practical life, you always get bad result because people are cheating you. Because of that, you don't have the judgment. But in a spiritual world, yeah, you are seeing everyone the same. So you are spiritually uplifting. So that's why Ketu, whenever it is coming with any planet, they are separating that with them. So like Ketu is coming with Venus. So that people, money wise, they don't get like because whenever the money things comes, he is not getting that. It's very bad. So relationship, they will break. Anything, they will just cut. So they are not allowing them to prosper in that particular area. Okay, so it is called the tail end of the family circle: salvation, pilgrimage, trip, surgery, bad time, disease, death, hot things, doctor, teacher, preacher, hair, vaginal, uterus, maternal grandparents, narrow lenses. Yeah. So Ketu is like a pipe. So if you see in our toilet, so the toilet seat, it has like a mouth that represented by the Rahu, but the pipe is represented by the Ketu. So anything that have the pipe kind of things, that represented by the Ketu. Okay. Now, these are the planet, and we will do a small exercise, okay, based on this one, to check the relationship. Okay. And then we will learn aspect, and we will revise that in next class as well. Okay, so now we are good so far.
राइट सर, ये 8th हाउस का राहु का जो आपने अभी बताया था, सॉरी, केतु हाउस लॉर्ड इज 8th.
हाँ,
8 मींस मतलब मंगल का पार्ट, एंड मंगल इज द लॉर्ड ऑफ इट. मार्स, maybe he's subordinate to Mars
yes,
or equivalent to Mars.
area like in any chart, Mars has two lordship. One is called the first house, second one is called the 8th house.
Right,
So
sir.
first house is called the kingdom. That's why sun get exalted here. It's a kingdom. And 8th house is the war, battlefield.
Okay.
Okay. So that's why Mars has both roles. One is to rule, second one is to fight. So that's why it is bad, because in battlefield, no one gets benefit, right? Even though you win. So that's why people say that if your 8th house is strong, you have ability to show your, what you say, parakram. You show your strength, or you show your how strong you are. Okay. And that's why people, the second house, you know that first house is self, and second house is our resources that support us, right? Like family, money, food. These are the things that support us to grow, like second house. Like that, if you count from here, the second house is 9th house. So what is the resources for the battlefield? So that armory. So all sort of arms are getting stored in this place, in the Sagittarius. If you want to check that, where is the arms? It is in this place. So when we are connecting this with Vastu and all, at that time we decide, okay, you place your armory here, you place your bedroom here, you place all those things. So now, okay, coming back to my quick things, what we are going to learn is very interesting. So we learned a couple of things, right? High level things. If you remember, let me draw this chart quickly, and it is going to be fun now. Okay. So far we are clear, right? This is first house, this is second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like that. So if I will tell you Jupiter and Sun is here. And if my question is, what is the relation between Jupiter and Sun? Like a trinal, like a square, like a conjunct, like a 2, 12, 3, 11. What is that? Out of that. What will you say?
Trinal.
Yeah, Anup ji, Snehal ji, Ritu ji, Supriya ji. I want answer from you. Or any confusion, then you can ask. Now this will be our language going forward. So we will talk in this language now. Cynthia, if you remember, sorry you didn't come yesterday, but that's okay. And not getting this one? Ritu ji?
Sorry, but what is the 212?
212 is called like Jupiter is 1. Any planet is, if you see that, Jupiter is here. If I will put Sun here, then from Jupiter it is second, right? It is 1 and it is 2. But
Okay.
from Sun, if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. From Sun, Jupiter is 12. From Jupiter, it is 2. From Sun, it is 12.
Okay.
You got it? From Sun,
yeah.
from Sun, if you start counting, it will be 12. But from
that's
Jupiter,
12,
if you, so that is called the 212 relation. If I will
And
put
same with
this,
the three.
yeah, if I'll put will this Sun here, then from Jupiter, it is 1, 2, 3.
Okay, but from
But
sun
from
it is 11.
11. If you see from count Sun, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I'm removing this. Okay. So like that, if I will do Sun here, so basically it is in square, right? From Jupiter, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, it is square. But from Sun, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is again square because we know the square is 1, 4, 7, and 10, right?
Right.
Yeah. Now, if I will put Sun here, so what is
Trinal.
that?
It will be
Right.
12. I mean 9.
Trinal.
9.
Trinal means 5 and 9, right? So if from Jupiter, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And from Sun, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trinal is 5 and 9. Okay. So if you see that square, I have made it conjunct. One term here. Conjunct means if I will put Jupiter and Sun together in the same house, okay, then we say that this is conjunct.
So it'll be 8, 1.
Yeah, 1, 1. Okay,
Yeah.
it's 1, 1. Okay, and
So
they
1, 1.
yeah, so 1, 1. So we are crossing this one from square. I'm removing 1 because it is conjunct. Okay. Now there's something called the opposite. Opposite is like a 7th. So if you put that Sun here, Sun here, then if you count from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and from Sun if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, So both are always 7, 7. So that is called the opposite to each other. Okay. So square is 4 and 10. Trinal is 5, 9. Conjunct is 1, same house. 2, 12, 3, 11, and opposite is 7, 7. Any question? Because it is very important to decide the relationship with your father, mother, sibling, husband, wife, brother, neighbor, anyone.
So the first one says triangle. Okay.
Yeah, trinal, we say TRINAL.
I know. Okay.
It is 5 and 9 relation. Any question in this?
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Yeah.
Now take example of current example only. Jupiter is in first house and Saturn is in Sun is in seventh house. So can it become square also? Because
yeah, that's what. So I have removed the from the square. I removed the conjunct and opposite. It is part of a square only, but it has some special meaning. That's why I separated it.
So then how to decide? I am not getting, because
in a square you just consider 4 and 10. That's what I'm telling.
Okay.
But if it is 1 you are seeing, that's consider this as a conjunct. I know this is a square, but it has a special meaning. That's why I separated it from the square. Okay.
So is opposite 1 and 7?
7, yeah. From Jupiter, if you count, it should be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
And from 7, if you
So
count,
it's
it is
7.
7. It is 7, 7 only. It's not 1, 7. Because
it's 7, 7.
From here it is 7. From here it is 7.
I'm confused. Okay. So what is the 3 and 8?
3 and
11.
11. So yeah, now you are asking question. So 3 and
Well,
11.
it doesn't have words. So
yeah, it's a 3 and 11 is here like a sun. So if you count from
no, I know where it is. I know where it's listed. Okay.
If you count from here, it is 1, 2, 3. And from sun, if you count, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's a 3, 11.
Okay.
Okay. So like that, each planet has some sort of relation. Either it will be trinal, it will be square, it will conjunct, it is 2, 12, it is 3, 11, or it is opposite.
It means every planet, if we go by all 6, this 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, anyone.
So it will have multiple impact on their
exactly.
on the issues. And how to conclude with trinal is 100% and conjunct is 100% like that. What is the weightage to each of them, sir?
Yeah, it will be different meaning of that one. I'm coming to that one. Okay, so again, see, it is counting houses. I know initially it is challenged. That is it's a concept is not that complex. Counting that house itself, it is really challenge for, I don't know, this is what I'm facing for the beginner. But once you used to it, then it won't be that much problem, because concept is very straight. But counting house, that is the one I feel new person are basically getting confused. So now tell me, if Jupiter is here and the moon is here, which relation it is? It is conjunct, it is trinal, it is square, it is opposite, it is 2 and 12, or 3 and 11. Which one?
Square.
Square. 4 and 10.
4 and 10. Cynthia, you are okay? Because
I agree. Yes, because it's in the one spot, so you count it. It's around the square. Yeah, I agree.
Yes. Okay, if I will put moon here, what will be the relation?
311.
311.
311. Anup ji, Ritu ji, Supriya ji.
Yeah, 311.
Got it? Okay, 311.
Yes.
And if I will put moon here, what will you say?
Opposite.
7, 7. I mean opposite. Yes.
Opposite. Good, great. Now, if I will, thank you. Now, if I will put moon here, what will you say?
211.
12. 12.
212. Okay,
12.
great.
Yeah.
Because it is from here 12, it is 2. Yes. So this is the relation. Now, how to read that? Okay, I'll come back to this one again. So Jupiter itself, self means the horoscope
Well,
of the person. Okay, native, the person whose chart we are seeing. Sun is father, moon is
Mhm.
mother, Venus is
Okay.
wife,
Okay.
and till the times it's not married, it also represents sister.
Sister, yes.
Okay, once he gets married, this Venus becomes wife. Okay, so and Mars is brother, and in girls chart it is husband. Okay, and same thing for the girls chart. Till the time she's not
She's
married,
married.
this is brother. Okay, and then Mercury in general siblings and the neighbors. Okay, that's okay, right? Father, mother, wife, husband, brother,
So
sister.
children which will represent
Children will be the son. Son in general, the child, but depends. Like Venus is the daughter also. Okay, so Venus is daughter, Sun is son, Venus is daughter. Okay, but there is a way to check that we will when it will get activated, that we have to check. But in general, like this. Okay, these two. So this is what. So now what we have to say is we have to see any chart where we have to see the placement of those two planets where we want to see the relation. If they are conjunct, that means both are showing the same thought process. So some sort of harmonious. Okay, not much conflict, same thought process. Or sometimes like same thought process, because of that if some issue is there, because that might be other issue, but it is harmonious only, they understand each other. That is, trinal is very good, it is supportive. Okay, it is very supportive, so they whatever they do, they support each other. Square is challenging, but it's challenging in the sense they help us to grow, but the path they do is like difficult. Like Jupiter and Sun is here, that means father will always give him challenging situation for betterment of native. If he will follow the whatever he is giving, he may be not happy, but in later point of time he will realize what he was giving is the right. So it's a challenging relationship, but it is benefit for the native only. Okay, opposite means thought process are entirely different, and they are like thought process will be different. It creates problem in there, will be different. 212 is and 311 is little interesting, so we have to understand this one. Okay, so in 311, let's start 311. So 11, if Sun is here, right, from Jupiter, 11th, whoever is the 11th house, they will be very friendly. If anyone Jupiter and Sun is like relation of 311, that means father will be very friendly to Jupiter. He is like a friend. They talk freely. They don't feel like it's a son and father. It's like a friend kind of. And whatever he will do, he will support him always. He will provide all sort of resource, and he is always beneficial for him, and he will give him everything. Okay. And it's a good relation. Okay. But if Sun will go here, third position, then this native will be helping this father to grow and everything, but Sun will try to take all the resource of the native. So native will always be in the giving position. When Sun was here, native means the person, he was always place of getting something from his father. Now if Sun is here, father will be in the position of getting everything from the Jupiter. Okay, so it is not very good relation here, little problematic, because he always have to give something, though the relation will be okay, but in reality it is like a one way going from here to here. Okay.
इसमें सर को हाउसेस पे इम्पैक्ट होगा, जुपिटर से 7 हाउस तक सन का इम्पैक्ट ये रहेगा, जुपिटर से 7 घर पीछे का इम्पैक्ट ये रहेगा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है?
No, don't make it complex. What I'm okay, this is what, and now it is the 212. If Jupiter and Sun is here, so whoever is in the 12th house, they will always support and take care of them whole lifetime. Okay, it is loss for the father. He always helping him, supporting him till the life, even though he is independent, married or anything, he will still take care of him. Okay, but if Sun is here, native will take care of his father always throughout his life. Okay, so they
So
will
till
be,
what house it will give, he has to support his father. जैसे presently the son is in the second house, so he is supporting. Even if he goes to third, fourth, fifth, sixth, he will support.
that's what
कौन से
I told this, right? A different relation. If Sun is here, then why he will support? I explained, right? He is taking from here. If Sun will go here, then it will become the square relation. It is not the 212 relation.
Okay. Right. Thank you.
Okay, so I have written in this notes. What you have to do is you have to see the relationship part also. How is that going? Okay, and check that whether it's matching or no. Clear?
Yes.
Sir, I have one query.
Yeah.
So can you place Jupiter in the second house and any planet in the second house? Second house.
Say Rahu, you want to say, or Ketu?
Any planet.
Okay.
And then next to 7 is 8.
Here or here?
Here, right? Here also place any planet.
Here?
Yeah.
Sun.
Rahu.
So, sir, this also will become opposite, right?
Yeah, this will also become opposite.
Okay.
From Jupiter, we are counting. From Jupiter, we are counting.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then we left with 6 and 8 also, right? 6 and 8 is like a troublemaker. It's not good relation. Okay, among that 8 is the worst. It's like a death inflicting thing. So their relationship is, there is no charm. It's problematic. Okay, so 6 is like an open enemy, ego, thought process will be different, separative in nature, but 8 is like a little more worst, more intense aggression, insult, humiliation, like that.
Because of Shani and Ketu, sir.
Whatever you relate, but yeah, this is what.
8th house, okay.
Okay, so this is what I have written in the notes. So let me share my screen. Any question in this one? You followed that? Yeah, and the good question, Anupji. Like if you put Jupiter here, for example, if Jupiter is not here, Jupiter is here and Sun is here. So from Jupiter, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 6. And from Sun, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a 6-8 relation. It's not good.
So means both are troublesome for each other, right?
They are troublesome for each other.
Okay.
If Sun will become here, then from Jupiter, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And from here, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's like an inimical relation. And one person, whoever is in the 8, that will be more humiliating. They will suffer. They will suffer more.
Okay.
Can you count those again so I can see it?
Yeah. So like here, if you see Jupiter, you can, it's not like Jupiter has to be wherever Jupiter is, from there you have to start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From Jupiter, Sun is 8th place. From Sun, if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it is 6th place.
Okay.
So because of the native, this Sun will get humiliated, and this Sun will be working. Sun will feel this person as an enemy because 6th house is for the enemy.
Oh.
It's a very bad relation like that. So 6-8 relation is not good. Okay, 7 opposite is not good. 11 is good. Trinal is very good. So this is one of the criteria people usually check in the matchmaking, how they are, both charts are supporting each other. Okay. So let me share my screen. You are okay, Ms. Aarti ji, Anup ji, new people.
So only short query. Here in the same example, we discussed that the Sun will suffer, that the means father will suffer from the Jupiter in the same Kundalini, Jupiter and Sun were placed. So how we decide that Jupiter is native or Sun is not native?
Jupiter is always native. Jupiter,
okay.
Jupiter is always native.
Okay.
Okay, means in all the chart, Jupiter is self. Okay, in Bhrigu Nadi, we always say Jupiter is native. Yeah, they need to practice. Yes, we have to practice couple of chart, 2-3 chart we have to see, then only we will get it. Okay, so here I have written that planet relationship basically. Trinal, most harmonious, opposite, 7 unharmonious, opposition, strain, discordance, separation, Kendras, challenging and stressful, 6-8, friendly and always ready to help, take advantage of a native. Native gives support, and second house planet brings resource to native, like conjunction, same house, beneficial. Okay. So you are seeing a screen? No?
No.
sir.
Okay. Here. You're seeing now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, one more thing. This is the one, right? Last time I told you to remember something. So next class when you come, okay. So don't get confused with this relationship when you see the notes inimical, natural. Okay, you don't need to worry about, forget about this one. Okay. Strength. Okay. On sign, it is clear, right? Sun, ruler of Leo, moon is Cancer, Mars is Aries and Scorpio. Yes. This you are clear. Okay. Forget about Mool Trikona right now. Okay. So planets are right. They are basically, we will close this class in 5 minutes. So planets are basically in particular zodiac sign. They feel really happy. Like we all have like some place where we are feeling very happy, right? Somebody like the drink, they go to happy hours, they feel very happy. Some places we have to go, but we don't feel happy like going office. Some people feel okay in a home. Some people feel very good in home itself. Okay, like that for planet also, for some zodiac sign, they feel very happy, and that is called the exalted. Some places they don't feel good, so that's called the debilitated. Okay, and some are like a mool trikona. So that means this is a okay kind of place where they are like a happy, more happy than on sign, but less happy than exalted. Exalted like it's a super boost. Okay, so it is more, but forget about mool trikona, because mool trikona, if you see, it is part of on sign only. So you can remember it if you want, but I want you to remember exalted and debilitated before coming to class. And it is easy to remember. If you see sun is exalted in Aries and debilitated in just 7th sign from Aries. If you count from Aries, the 7th sign is the Libra, right? It is 1, it is 7. And if you see the Saturn, it is just opposite. It is exalted in Libra and debilitated in Aries. Moon, Taurus and Scorpio, no match. Mars and Jupiter is the same. Mars is exalted in Capricorn, debilitated in Cancer, and Jupiter is opposite, exalted in Cancer, debilitated in Capricorn. Mercury and Venus is same, exalted in Virgo, Pisces. Here it is Pisces and Virgo. So again, I'm repeating, exalted means planet are very happy, and debilitated means planet are very not happy or a little sad. So when planets are happy, so whatever that thing they signify, they give the result very good. For example, Saturn, if it is exalted, profession wise, it will give very good result, easy result, not much struggle. Debilitated, that means you have to work hard to get the result. The planet is not very happy, so you have to really work hard to get that desired amount of success. Same thing, Jupiter, if it is exalted, it will give you all sort of karkatwas, like whatever its karkatwas, like a kids, knowledge, reputation in society, wisdom, dharma, spiritual knowledge, money, right? All sort of things. But if it is debilitated, you will get all sort of things in life, but there is no charm. You always feel okay. As people get hungry at 12 o'clock, they are getting food at 4 o'clock, like that situation. It's not delayed, but basically the time you get the things, your all enthusiasm has gone. You talk to people, those who have Jupiter in Capricorn, he will be agreed. Okay. So like that. So if Venus is debilitated, that means some marriage related problem will be there. But if it is Pisces, these people will get good wife, beautiful wife, even relationship is very easy. Sometimes they get multiple relation also. Okay, because Venus is very happy. So these two things you remember. Okay, like as I told you to remember the zodiac sign, this is the homework for you to remember that. Any question? Hello.
Sir, what is the exact ticket? This is my second time I'm attending the class, but I always get confused. What is the difference between exalted and debilitated? The exact, what is influence of exalted and what is debilitated?
Exalted means the planet is really happy and strong. Okay. And debilitated means planet is not happy. It's a little weak. Okay. So like in order, you know that end of the day, the planet has to give the result, right? Suppose if people are checking the progeny, we are checking the Jupiter, we are checking the sun, like that. If we are checking for the marriage, we are checking the Venus. So if Venus is really strong, it will be able to give the result related to marriage or money, finance related things. But if Venus is not strong, then people struggle to get the result. They always struggle, it's very difficult, or they have to do really hard work to get that. So that's what we have to always check, whether planet is exalted or debilitated. Okay, strength, in order to check the strength. How will you know whether planet is good? Because planet 12 zodiac sign, and how will you know whether sun is, when sun is in Aries or sun is in Libra, the result varies, right? So this is what it means.
So one question, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, whether till what degree it will be exalted and from what degree it will be
Oh
deviated?
my God. Sir, I will give you, I'm trying to make it simple, okay? People are still struggling to exalted and deviated. You refer my advanced course, in that I have explained, might be right, or I'll give you the notes in that. People are not understanding if I will explain you the degree wise.
0
Okay.
to 5 degree, 2 degree light, or 27 to 28 is deviated, and between 5 to 25.
Yeah, so
it is-
we haven't learned that degree. Think about the question about those people who just joined this course. Okay, so I have to take care of them as well, right? So degree, when it will be required, I will definitely explain the degree.
One more thing, what the Lagan is, the Lagna, what they say in the Rashi, that is the planet, yeah?
Lagna is the house, we say. First house ko we say that Lagna.
Okay.
House,
Okay.
first house is called the Lagna. Simple. One line.
Okay.
Okay, you can name it like house number 1, or you can call the Lagna. It is the same thing. Yeah, Anubji.
Yeah, so we a few time ago we learned the like Jupiter is self, Sun is father boss. So what will be teacher then if any gurus in our if any teachers are there? So what can we represent? Venus and Jupiter both?
The Guru is Jupiter.
Okay.
Jupiter is Guru. 9th house is our the Guru as well, the teacher. But Jupiter is the Karka of Guru as well. So in transit, when Jupiter meets the Jupiter, people usually get the Guru. Okay, blessings of Guru. So transit we haven't learned yet. But right now, yeah, Jupiter represents. One planet represents multiple things. Okay, so we have to learn slowly how to segregate. When it will be brother, when it will be husband, when it will be sibling, when it will be neighbor, like that. Okay, because we don't have 1,000 planets, but Karkatwas are like 1,000. So somewhere we have to adjust that one. Okay, and slowly we will be able to understand that. Okay.
So the slides, what you are showing is available for us to
Yeah, this one is already
again?
shared. This one is already shared. 59 page. First day itself I shared.
Okay.
Sir, are you going to prepare the classroom link like how you had done last time?
If it is useful, I will create it.
It was definitely helpful, sir. It was everything in a sequence.
Okay, then I'll do that. Okay, I'll create today then. Okay, so next class when you come, just remember this one, and try to check the relationship of how is the relationship with with father and native, mother and native, husband and wife, like that.
Sir, if in my Kundalini, I have to check my relationship with mother and father, then I will check with the planet. But then Jupiter is different. It is not placed in my first house, so doesn't become my native for that case.
No, Jupiter is always native. Jupiter is always native.
So then, my question is, in my first house, for example, Jupiter is not there. So how can I check my relationship with others? with the respect
You
to
you count from Jupiter to, this is what we did, right? Here is like, this is what we did in that example, right? So if Jupiter is not in here, Jupiter is not in first house, Jupiter is in third house, and Sun is anywhere. So we counted from Jupiter, wherever Jupiter is placed, somewhere your Jupiter is placed in any house, right?
okay, we are not counting, like for example, my first house is a Lagna house. For example, it is a Libra. So Venus becomes my Lagnesh. We are not considering like
No,
that.
not like that. We are just focusing on the planet.
Okay.
Okay.
Currently, we are just focusing on planet.
Yes, yes. So we
Okay,
are
okay. Okay.
okay. If you have the confusion, then you do one thing. Okay, just bear with me one more minute. Okay. Let's see, for example, any chart. I'm randomly putting any chart. Okay. Suppose I'm putting 9:30. So everybody just start using this software. Okay. If you go to this, see here, the Jupiter is in fourth here, right? Fourth house. So if you confuse, then or what I would suggest, not confuse, what I would suggest, you go to the second side, and from the drop down, you see the Bhrigu Nadi, fourth option. If you select Bhrigu Nadi, Jupiter will come in Lagna. It's the same chart. We just rotate it to the, make it first house. Now it will be easy for you to count.
Okay. So in Bhrigu Nadi, my Lagnesh becomes Jupiter.
Yes, Jupiter. We don't care about the house in the Bhrigu Nadi. We care, but it's not like we don't care. We care, but giving less importance. We are focusing on the Karkatwas. Okay. It doesn't mean that what you have learned about the houses and those things are wrong, but the way we are seeing it is different, and it is more easy, and predictions are correct also. So better, I'm trying to make it simple. Okay. Now you have all concept wise, you have almost learned 70% things. Okay. Last thing is to decide the strength. That's all. After that, just playing with this one, simple rules. Okay. So you understood basic structure of the houses, what it signifies. Then you understood how to count the houses. Now you understood the relation, like 6, 8, 12 is bad. This is good. All those things, right? And then you understood the planet and basic characteristics of zodiac sign. You understood what element they have. And after that, now we are trying to understand the relation and strength. That is the last part of the strength. Once we understand the strength, then we start predicting that events. Got it? So last step, keep hold. Whatever if possible, watch my video again and get it. If you don't get it, any concept, feel free to ask in the group. Okay, I will more than happy to answer. I will definitely answer. And this is the time to ask question. Okay, don't get shy. We all learn someday, right? Nobody learned first day itself. Everybody is learning because we have different priorities also, right? So yeah, but good thing is you all came here to learn something. Definitely. So, and this is my responsibility to teach you. Okay, I'm here to answer.
So why do we need both of these right here? Which one do we need to pay attention to?
Here, drop down Bhrigu Nadi, fourth one.
Okay.
Okay, and then check that the relation of the Jupiter moon, like in this chart, you see the Jupiter and moon, and you see this Jupiter and sun. Jupiter's sun, if you see here, it is 1 and 8 relation, right?
Right.
Yeah. So this sun will be facing humiliated, or they are not very happy. They are not very feel free, to express whatever they want. Humiliated means, a situation like in front of boss, you go, what is right, but you are not able to tell the truth in front of him because you know that your appraisal will get problem. So like this type of situation creates when planets are in
We just need to ignore the numbers because the numbers are this.
Yeah. So like that. So moon is like in Kendra. So it is creating the situation for him, but end of the day, it is support. Okay. Same thing with the wife. His relation is like little disturbing. And sibling as well. Brother, sister as well, brothers as well. So his relationship part is really disturbed. This is what I can say. Okay. So like that, you have to judge. Okay. And this is, I'm telling you, going step by step so that you can learn. I haven't explained 1,000 concept. Okay. I explained the very few things. And you can ask. You can put the print screen or anything. Feel free to ask. And I'm very approachable. Don't message me personally, okay? One-to-one. Ask in the there in the group.
In the group chat, right?
Yeah.
So we can put one Kundli, one chart in the group and ask everyone's views on that by giving own first, then taking response from others.
Yes. Or you say that this is what my understanding. What do you think? If anyone is different, they will say yes. And try to participate yes, no, so that people will get encouraged,
Right.
And finally, sir, you will conclude that whether whatever we have predicted is right or wrong then?
Yes, I will conclude that.
I mean, the assessment part.
Yep. Yeah.
Sir, you are bound now, mandatory ho gaya, sir.
Yes. So cool.
Sir, so one last question. In a square relationship with 4 and 10, it says that it is challenging and for a betterment. But who challenges who? Does
he creates they both creates challenges to each other. Okay, because they both are in a square to each other. But first thing is like here in this case, mom will create challenge. Okay. And this one.
Okay.
And the native will create when his chance will come, he will create challenge. Okay. So like that. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah, and try to see this as a fun. Okay, don't get very serious in that. Just take that as a fun. What I'm going to do today is like I'm trying to find out the relationship. We'll see that.
एक से लास्ट में एक वो ऐड कर देना, प्लेनेट की मूवमेंट होती है ना, that Jupiter 12 years in one house 1 year.
No, I will teach that. First, let me get the strength. I have also learned from all of you. So how to teach better. Every class I am learning something, because my intention is everyone should learn. Okay, so I'm giving a step by step. First thing I found, like those who didn't have the software, so they were not able to grasp. So I gave them on my cost. It is costing me so that you can practice. Second is like, but end of the day, it is you have to put your hand in dirt, right? So I cannot, because I can explain every concept, help, support everything, but its questions should come from you.
Just a question for fun.
Hello, sir. Can you also please share the significators that we discussed? Like self is Jupiter, that marriage is. So you can add please that.
Yeah, I'll add that.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, just a question for fun. Jupiter is self, and Jupiter is also a guru. So how do we find the relation between self and guru?
We have to check the relation of the 9th house in that. Okay, who is the lord of the 9th house? Okay. And the second thing is, if the Rahu is aspecting the Jupiter, then there is just some sort of cheating. Okay, with the teacher. today morning only I saw one chart, and this was my first statement. He told, yes, my teacher cheated me. I told, okay, don't worry. It is destined. Okay. Okay, then. Cool. Let's wrap up. Thank you very much for your time. You all are
Sir,
awesome.
last question, please.
Okay, Anupji.
Sir, it's getting late.
Sir, in the Saturn, we discussed that. Now is a sarcastic question. So, in the Saturn, we discussed that it represents buttocks. So, I am confused. Like, for example, Kim Kardashian, the Saturn is strong or Saturn is
No, we will see that different one. Okay, that's the significant of when we start checking that, a
yeah,
problem.
but
Suppose
sir,
Saturn.
Saturn is strong
No,
or weak then?
no,
It is good or bad?
no.
Because
Buttock means when Saturn is in 8th house. Okay, it creates a disease related to buttock, like the piles or all those things.
okay,
It is the area. But what C is doing is the Rahu, is the unorthodox things. And definitely the Venus will be there somewhere. Okay, that is making her unorthodox.
okay, yeah, now got it.
Okay. Cool. Good questions. Yeah, I know we have a lot of questions, and I'm happy you are asking these questions. Yep. Cool. Thank you very much, and enjoy your rest of Sunday, whatever left. Okay. Cool. Thank you very
Thank you very
much.
much, sir.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
sir. Thank you.
Everyone. Bye.
चलिए नमस्कार.
Thank you.